Are we on? All right. Thank you very much. All right. I'm Kerwin. This is Keith. We're Father and Son Galaxy.
Yep.
All right. We're here to spoiler review. This is a spoiler review. If you have not seen She-Hulk episode 4, please go ahead and check it out, and we'll talk. You can watch us at your convenience. But this is a spoiler review of She-Hulk Attorney at Law, episode 4. Is this not real magic? All right. So we start off with there is a magic show. There's a magician named Donny Blaze. No relation to Johnny Blaze. All right. We know who Johnny Blaze is.
Do we?
Ghost Rider.
Oh.
There you go. So Donny Blaze, Johnny Blaze. So
he might have a relation to Johnny.
That's a good point.
Maybe since this is a cameo every week show, we might see Ghost Rider.
Maybe so. All right. Maybe
who they go get to play them.
Oh, I don't know. I think they should keep that a surprise. That'd be cool if he shows up, but we'll see. So this Donny Blaze, the magician, is played by Reese Coro. So he brings up he's not very good. He's a terrible magician. So he brings up a volunteer named Madison, okay? And she spells her name with two N's.
One Y, but not what you think it is.
Right. Wonderfully played by Patty Guggenheim. But, so she comes up to the stage and, she's going to volunteer. And, but the magic is falling flat.
It's a joke to them. It's a joke to the audience.
Yeah, the audience is just not reacting to anything. And all of a sudden you see him put on this ring that we've seen before.
Sling ring.
Right. And
string ring.
Exactly. And then he opens.
You cast the portals.
Mm-hmm. He opens up a portal. And he sends Madison through this portal. And she has no idea where she's going, but she ends up in Kathmandu, Nepal. Where
she made a deal with some guy named Jake.
Yeah.
For 6 cups of blood or something.
Yeah, she brings up the fourth wall. She's telling us, oh, you guys must be very happy to see Wong again, which is pretty cool. Wong is back. And then Jen and She-Hulk gets a visit from Wong, right? And Wong is not happy. He says there's this guy out there that's pretending to be a magician. He puts it in quotes, and he's impersonating, someone from the mystic arts. So apparently Donny Blaze was a former student of the mystic arts, but was kicked out after a couple of weeks. And Wong wants to send him to court. He wants him to stop, cease and desist all these magic tricks that he's trying to pull off. Mm-hmm. All right. So Jen and Wong, Jen doesn't think that Wong really has a case, but she says, okay, let's go through it and see what happens. So they're in the court. The only witness that they call up is wrong. So he wins the case. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Somewhat,
Right.
They decided to close the court and make their decision later.
Yes.
Like 3 weeks.
So Blaze is back on stage, and he brings another volunteer to the stage. And again, the tricks are not working. So he wants to step it up a bit. So he brings out the ring with a portal.
And she's like, I'm not going in that.
Right. And she would not, this new volunteer would not go into the portal. So he tries another trick. So he apparently brings a dove. A dove appears. This dove lays an egg. And out of the egg comes this demon bat-like creature, and then starts wreaking havoc on the stage and in the room. Yeah. And Donny has no idea what to do. Blaze is upset. He's scared. So he goes through the portal and goes to Wong's house. Wong at this time is watching an episode of This Is Us.
Wong's just watching TV.
He's watching TV. That's what he does in his spare time.
Like, this is the same guy who, when you first saw him, he's like, everything is serious.
Yes.
And now he's just kicking back watching The Sopranos.
He's just, just like all of us, right? Every once in a while, we just want to do something fun. So that's what he's doing.
Because back in 2016, there was no pandemic. And then the people who got snapped were kind of lucky because they passed right through the pandemic.
Exactly. Well, that's a good point.
They were right around that.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. All right, so Blaze comes in and he's asking Wong for help. Wong says, "Okay, well, call my lawyer." Now, this is all part of the A story. So let's talk about the B story, because the A and B at the end, of course, coincide. So the B story is Jennifer is looking to date. So her friend Nikki helps her create a profile. And all in the game. Thank you very much. Yes. Okay. Donny Blaze, Reese Caro is the director. Cat Cross. Oh, how about that? I didn't know that. So he is the husband of the director, Cat Coro. Madison is basically Zoe Deutsch character from Zombieland. Okay. All
Double
right.
tap. The second one.
The second Zombieland?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's two.
Oh, did you? Oh, I have not seen Zombieland. Have you?
It's R-rated. No.
Okay. All right. But you knew about Zombieland too. Okay. Cool. All right. Thank you for that. All in the game. Thank you. Yeah. So the B story is, she's trying to find a date, and she creates a profile as Jen Walters. Apparently that's not working out. Yeah, she's not getting any traction.
And Nikki's just like, yo, you messed up. You need to be She-Hulk. And she's like, Jen is not proud of this. Sophie.
Right. And so Jen reluctantly becomes She-Hulk, and she takes a picture of herself as She-Hulk. And then all of a sudden, wow, all these matches. Yes, all these matches are happening. And it's funny. So she has several dates to choose from. So she goes on, these different dates and see these, different guys, different personalities. But one guy in particular, he just seems to be, very personal.
Titania and She-Hulk, and it's like, you got super speed, and you have night vision, you have impenetrable skin stronger than vibranium, and she's like, well, I do have impenetrable skin.
Yes, right. So why is this guy asking her these deep questions? So apparently he's done his research on her.
I think we might see him later on, because that just seems way too suspicious and way too specific for him not to be a recurring character at some point.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see him next episode.
Yeah, maybe he'll come back. All right. Well, then that's not the guy she chooses. So she finds another guy who's actually a pediatric oncologist, very smart. They seem to be getting along. They hit it off. And things are going well. All right. So now back to the magician, and he's trying to control these creatures, and Wong gets in a portal. Wong needs help from She-Hulk, so he actually sends a portal through her home.
Right when she's doing a date.
Right, and she is home with her date. And he comes right in and interrupts the whole thing and says, I need your help. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's like, I need your help. Why weren't you answering your mobile phone? Then there's the guy sitting next to her. Superhuman.
I see. Yeah, it does seem unfair for her to be She-Hulk when she doesn't want to be.
It's kind of cool, but you should ask people these questions before you go tell them, you got to be She-Hulk in the office, or you get fired.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you have the same people who got her fired from her last job. But yeah, her VFX in the dating scenes and the fight scenes were better, I'd say.
I agree.
People were just really mocking She-Hulk for the VFX in the first trailer. But it wasn't that bad. And now it's even better.
Yeah, I agree. It's getting better.
What's weird? How come she has curly hair when she's Jen, and all of a sudden she's She-Hulk, and oh my gosh, she has like straight, long hair?
It's a good question. I don't know who made that decision, but I guess
that's how she looked in the comics, but like.
Well, true, right. But I guess they wanted to have a distinguished look for She-Hulk. Like she had to have a different style than Jen.
How do you grow more hair when you transform? Hulk just always had the same hair.
That's a good point. I don't have an answer for that.
It's not like he just grew a beard all of a sudden.
That's a good point.
It's not like he became Maestro for no reason.
Right.
And by the way, Maestro is an alternate Hulk for the comics.
Ooh.
He's got a beard.
Oh, gotcha. All right. Good knowledge. Thank you very much for that. Very good. So let's go. Let's keep going. All right. So yes, very good. All right. You may be going somewhere with this. All right. So let's finish up. So She-Hulk and Wong are knocking these creatures back into their portal, tries to get rid of them all, and finally does.
Yeah, it's like a bull wrangling show because they're like
exactly.
And then for some reason, Wong made a lasso and is just like grabbing these things and just flinging them around and throwing them back into the portal and out the portal and in the portal, and then grabbing them from midair and flinging them back into the portal, closing the old portal. And then She-Hulk is just bashing them away.
Yep.
And then they keep getting bigger, and then she has to keep throwing them into the portal.
Yes. Yeah, it was weird. Yeah.
And then at the end of all that, she goes up to Mr. Blaze and it's like holds up that last creature and is like,
yes.
You feel excited that cease and desist now?
There you go.
And he's like, yeah.
Yeah. So Wong gets what he wants. This Donny Blaze, said Johnny Blaze. Donny Blaze decides he's not going to do magic anymore. But we'll see.
No soup for you.
I don't know if we're going to see Donny again. He's a very interesting character. I was doing some research on him. He's not in the comic book, so I think this is a brand new character. No, I couldn't find anything on Donny Blaze.
Marvel doesn't really make characters from scratch. They use the ones in the comic.
Well, unless this character is not. Well, I mean, they can make up new characters, but
but they just never really did.
They have not yet. That's a good point. But I wonder if this is this character is going to be a one-time thing. This is the only time we're going to see him, or he's going to come back. We don't know. Yeah. Or like he may be related to Donny Blaze somehow. Who knows? It's possible.
When we get off the air, I wanna Google if Johnny Blaze has a sibling.
Sure. Actually, all right. So the job is done. She-Hulk is done. These creatures are back in the portal, so she goes back to her home and back to her date. The next morning, she's back as Jen, in Jen form.
She turns back to Jen when she sleeps.
Yes, and she is making breakfast for her date. Her date wakes up and is surprised to see Jen instead of She-Hulk, and he's like a little uneasy, like, oh, well, who are you? And she says, well, I'm Jen. This is who I am. This is how I look. And he says, okay, well, goodbye. and he walks out the door. Just
like, yo, what?
Yeah, how rude is that? But I guess
he'll be back.
He could be. He was a little spooked. He wanted to see She-Hulk.
Although that is a little creepy to wake up and find a completely different person standing in the living room.
That's a very good point. Yeah, so
it's a little disorienting, but
I think that's what happened with him.
And guess he's on the news.
Yes, guess
Titania.
That's right, Titania. So
breaking news. Fans of Titania rallied up against the prosecutors and are now and Titania has now been freed from jail.
How about that?
And she's suing She-Hulk. This concludes our breaking news report.
All right, and she's suing She-Hulk for the trademark. Right. So apparently
Titania trademark She-Hulk, even though she don't use it.
Right. So Titania has an organization, a company. LTD company, and she claims that she has the rights to the She-Hulk name, and she's suing Jen for the name She-Hulk. Isn't that nutty?
Bizarre?
It's kind of bizarre, but you know what? The last time we saw Titania in action was episode 1. All right, so I'm looking forward to seeing Titania come back because again, if you didn't see our first episode, so we talked about her origin story that Titania was first seen in Marvel Secret Wars episode issue number 3, and her powers were given to her by Dr. Doom. Yeah. So I'm wondering if there's going to be some type of name drop Dr. Doom. We might hear his name. I don't think we're going to see him, but maybe his
not
name.
yet. I think they want to save that for sometime in D-Day, or maybe even in Wakanda Forever. Maybe we'll hear a name drop from Mr. Fantastic if he appears.
If he appears, yeah.
Because people are completely split online. Let me just address the rumors for a second, because I think we've all heard the rumors that Penn Badgley is going to be playing Mr. Fantastic. There's the half that think that, and then there's the half that think Krasinski's coming back. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not one to believe rumors.
Yeah, well, we won't know. But we're going to get to D23. We're going to actually talk about D23 in a few minutes. But just to wrap up, She-Hulk. Yep. So I'm hoping, I don't know what Titania's backstory is going to be in the series, but I hope we get some type of understanding as to where she came from and how she got her superpowers. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. And then that's how the episode ends. Then there's a post-credit scene. Madison and Wong, they seem to be getting along, becoming good friends, and they're at his home and they're just having conversation. So I'll tell you something. I've actually watched the She-Hulk episode 3 times, right?
What?
And every time I watch it, this actress Patty Guggenheim is very funny. I think she did a very good job with this character.
And who would have thought she'd be a main character of the episode?
Yeah, and she's a standout. Yeah, so I hope they bring her back. I think her timing was very good. I don't know much about her background, if she is a comedian. Is that if that's her work as a comedian? But her timing was just wonderful. And she and Benedict Wong really had a good chemistry. Yeah. So yeah, that reminds me of Tatiana and Mark Ruffalo. So wonderful choice for that actress. Hopefully Patty Guggenheim will be back. So that is the end of the episode.
I hope so. Maybe we'll see her in Doctor Strange 3.
Who knows?
I don't know. Maybe sporting a sling ring and a cloak.
Why is that?
It's a joke.
Oh, okay. All right.
Maybe not. You never know.
Sometimes
Marvel throws wild cards left and right.
They do, right?
But in a good way, because we all like their surprises.
Yes, and you know what? You know things. You're always doing your research, looking behind the scenes. So I thought maybe you're giving me some kind of clues. Mm-hmm. So let's move into D23, right? But before we do that, let's
talk about Podathon.
Yes,
2022.
That's correct. Podathon.
So this year, we are proud to announce that we will be a part of the Podathon 2022 for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. All money goes directly to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. There's no third party involved. No extra hands need to touch the money as it gets transferred through PayPal or more recently Venmo for some reason. And, we are among a huge lineup of other all-stars like Coffee with Kenobi and Broactium, Octo Radio. So please tune in, try to donate as much as you can, and, we'll see you there.
Yes, and the Podathon is on Saturday, September 17th. It starts at 9 a.m. If you want to donate, you can go to thepodathon.com. That's the website.
Yeah.
And you can see actually the guests who are going to be there, the content creators.
And we are actually affected on a personal level by, the Make-A-Wish Foundation, because we have some relatives who were affected by cancer, and we'll be spotlighting them on that episode.
Yeah, we were, very fortunate to
be able to interview them for the podcast.
Yeah. The healing process, or giving his son, who we'll see at the Podathon, giving his son encouragement, something to be happy about, and the Make-A-Wish Foundation was able to grant his wish. So we again have an interview. It's a wonderful story, so we can't wait to share it with you. But once again, September 17th, please donate on thepodathon.com. And we can't wait. It's for a good cause. All right, let's get into D23. All right, so if you're watching us, let us
today
know.
Is actually Disney Plus Day, so we got a lot of new content. Mm-hmm. This She-Hulk episode, Thor: Love and Thunder, Pinocchio, Cars on the Road, and many more. So you can check out Disney Plus right now.
Right. And I was going to say, if you're listening, if you're watching us, let us know what you expect to see on D23. So D23 actually is 3 days. It starts tomorrow.
Yep.
Right. Saturday is the Marvel Lucasfilm 20th Century panel. The panel starts at 11 a.m. Pacific time.
We'll be there.
We won't be there in person, but
no, not in person, but we'll be watching the live stream.
Exactly. So that's 1 p.m. Eastern time. All right, we're on the East Coast, so we'll be there. So we were, thought it'd be cool to, to write down what we think or what we hope would be announced at D23.
So I am personally hoping on the Marvel side for a new Spider-Man movie, so that they can fix that. No way.
Do you have to go there?
Hear a casting announcement for the Fantastic Four, like official, not these rumors that people are spreading, but something official and concrete about the Fantastic Four.
Yeah,
like the casting for all the members, maybe even Doom.
Yeah, you mentioned Penn Badgley. Like his name is being circulated. John Krasinski, maybe, but then we also know that there could be. Well, we're hoping that there'll be an official announcement of the director of the Fantastic Four, who is Mark Shackman, who also directed all of the WandaVision episodes. So so that's exciting. All right,
it's just they get the director for WandaVision. This is gonna have some kind of WandaVision reminiscent premise, I think.
Could be, yeah.
Because WandaVision was this insane show, but in a good way. Because everyone was raving about WandaVision, Emmy nominated, I believe.
Absolutely, that's right. Emmy
so is The Mandalorian and The Simpsons.
Yes. Yes. Plenty of nominations to go around. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. So that's it for Marvel. Okay. Now, as far as Lucasfilm, so here's what we're anticipating. Hoping to see. We don't know. Of course, we don't know, but I believe that we will see a teaser trailer for the new Indiana Jones movie, Indiana Jones 5, and that we will get an official title of the movie.
Yes.
Yep.
That would be great. But if you haven't seen our episode on that, check that out, please.
Yes,
and we talk all about Skeleton Crew.
Yes, and this show was announced back at Star Wars Celebration in May that this show Skeleton Crew is coming out next year. So by now they should be in post production. So that means they have a cast outside of Jude Law. They have a cast of young actors who are in this series, so can't wait to see who they are. And then I'm anticipating or hoping that they will show us the trailer for the Mandalorian season 3.
Yes.
Yeah, right, exactly. So the trailer dropped at Celebration.
But everybody online is just trying to piece together fragments. I've seen the trailer. It's certainly not in 1080 or 4K, but it's people's footage of it in a very dark theater.
Yeah, right. And if you were fortunate enough, even though we were there, we were not fortunate enough to see the Mandalorian teaser trailer. So hopefully,
we did see a little clip of the Bad Batch. We saw a clip of Tales of the Jedi. We saw trailers for both.
So hopefully we'll get to see that trailer that was shown in Celebration for Mandalorian.
Yeah, I wonder what they'll be showing in Europe.
Yeah, well, you're jumping ahead.
Yes, I am.
And the last thing I would say is a trailer for Star Wars Visions Season 2.
Yes, our producer came up with that question.
Yes, right.
Money.
That's what our producer's hoping to see. So that's it. So that's what we're hoping that will get announced again on Saturday, starting at 1 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. The Marvel Lucasfilm and 20th Century panel. All right. So I think that covers it. Hi, friends. Katie, how are you? Popping the popcorn. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
All right. So is there anything else? I think we've covered everything for this episode.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, one more thing. Next week, next Wednesday, which
Our
is
Andor
September
pre-show.
14th. Yes, we are going to have our Andor pre-show. That will be 1 week before the premiere of Andor. So we're going to do a pre-show. We're going to talk about what we know about Andor, what we can expect to see when the series drops on September 21st. So the pre-show will be next Wednesday, September 14th, 7:30 on a live stream. All right. So if you can be there, please be there. Bring your questions. Let's comment about it. Let's talk about Andor and see, what we can have in store. This has been highly anticipated. I don't remember how long we've been hearing about an Andor series. I feel like it's been over a year that we've been hearing about it, and it's finally
they were supposed to
here.
do 5 seasons.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is a lot.
Exactly. So once again, just join us for our Andor pre-show Wednesday, September 14th at 7:30 Eastern. That's going to be fun. I can't wait for that. All right. Yeah. But okay, now for this episode, that is it. All right. Mm-hmm. So thank you very much.
You guys can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Radio Public, Amazon Music, Audible, Spreaker, and please donate. Oh my God, Miss Callahan! Oh yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
Thank you so much, Eden Callahan. Okay, you want to tell everyone who?
No, it's my gifted teacher.
Hi. Yes.
Hi.
Yes, from your elementary school. Thank you so much for joining us. This is wonderful. Oh, this is incredible. We are so happy that you joined us. So thank you so much. All right. So so they can find us.
Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Radio Public, Amazon Music, Audible, or wherever you get your podcast. Check out our Patreon page. Please donate to that. And visit our speaker page as well. Check out Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, all at Fatherless Galaxy. Be sure to visit our website too, fatherlessgalaxy.com.
All right. So this has been
fun. Did I miss anything?
No, I think you got it. We got the socials and everything. So you'll be able to find us. So thank you so much. This was a fun time. Can't wait to talk about Andor pre-show. So we'll be back on Wednesday. All right. And we'll talk.